Hi, today I will be briefing on our first strategy of war, polarization. I declared war on Becky. I thought I lost my wallet one day after working a 16-hour shift at Brookside. And like the Greeks, I felt like death was staring me right in my face. My IDs, my CAC, my insurance cards, gone. I didn't know what to do. And my only hope at that point was my enemy, Becky. I'm sure we've all had a Becky in our lives, someone who's snarky, rude, and a liar. Well, let me tell you what I did with my Becky. So, I woke up on a Sunday morning and realized my wallet was gone after working at Brookside. I then wait until Monday so that when the office people are in, they could review the cameras. So, Rachel, who is the director of nursing, told me she would review them. And I get a call an hour later on Monday from Becky saying that she cannot review the camera footage because she will be prioritizing running the facility efficiently over focusing on an employee's misplaced belongings. And she took a very rude tone and was telling me that no one was available to look at the footage, not even herself, because they were very busy with meetings and they couldn't be bothered, pretty much, to worry about my belongings. I then had a moment where I hung up the phone abruptly on Becky because I had nothing to say and the conversation was over. And I thought to myself, what am I going to do? Just like the Greeks, when they were being attacked by the Persians, they were like, what are we going to do? Well, eventually, Xenophon stood up and told the Greeks, you know what, we're going to fight. They found the enemy that gave them their purpose to become the warriors that they are renowned for. And kind of like Xenophon, I proceeded to call the police on my job. And I showed up. I told the police officer everything that happened, the phone call I had with Becky. And the police officer made sure to review the camera footage with Becky from HR, even though Becky told me she couldn't do it. Becky proceeded to not look at me and did what the deputy asked her to do. Becky was kind of outraged by the fact that the deputy was there because she proceeded to complain to the deputy about the person I am, telling her that I was rudely hung up the phone, which is the only bad thing she really had to say. I then found the footage, they reviewed it, and they realized, they were like, you know what? You did walk out with your wallet. And I was just shocked. I was like, what? So I went home and I found my wallet. But the next day, Becky gives me a call and tells me hi in a totally different tone and shows concern over the fact that maybe I found my wallet. And I told her I did and that I was very grateful for all her help. And Becky was like, no problem. Becky, since that day, has not talked to me. And the attitude change she had when referring to me or talking to me was totally different. So it took for me calling the cops and standing up for myself for Becky to back off and retreat. I also proceeded to recognize my fault and being like, hey, sorry, I did have it at home, but I appreciate all your cooperation. This is just my little example of polarization, but like the Greeks, we cannot be fearful of whatever consequences may occur because it's always better to bet on yourself than to potentially blindly follow an enemy, and hopefully they don't betray you. You are the only person that you can trust.